1, 2, 3, funk it.
My darling, I love you, 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 I l
I have no idea what this is. Okay, it's like lychee. You're the best, Peachy. This is Peachy. She's the mother of the resort.
Yes, I'm the mother of the resort.
She looks after us, and she has a really hot Instagram that I will link below, and everyone will follow Peachy on Instagram.
Oh, go ahead, follow me.
Yeah.
I will follow you back.
She won't follow you back, but you should follow
Yes,
her.
follow me and I will follow you back, everyone.
She won't follow you back, but you should follow her.
Now we've explored some touristy spots already, so today, me and some of the gang have decided we wanted a taste of culture. So we're going to the Wat Chalong temple. But along the way is a wildlife sanctuary, so in a bid to get as much done before the hottest part of the day, we're going there too. Some of the team have also decided it'd be a good place for a photo shoot, so while they get their makeup done, the rest of us headed out. The villa that we're staying at also let us hire a driver for the day. So just like in Samoa, we're riding the whole way in the back of a ute. And in 35 degrees heat, it is magnificent. And only 20 minutes from the villa, so not far at all.
So we decided to check out the bird sanctuary in Phuket. It's about 500 baht, which is like 20 New Zealand dollars. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm pretty sure these are some turkeys.
In truth, the sanctuary is a little hard to deal with. While some of the enclosures are stunning, some of the others, not so much. And I can't help but feel sad for some of the larger birds and animals, so this probably won't be everyone's cup of tea. They do, however, have some cool shows, and Mickey, who is our resident bird lover and makeup artist, even got to have some close encounters. And that was great to see. From here, we decided to head straight to the temple, while the others got some photos and moved on to the snake sanctuary. Wat Chalong, or the Chalong Temple, was built at the beginning of the 19th century. It's also the largest of Phuket's temples, the most visited, and arguably the most important. Locals and tourists come here specifically to pay respect to the monks who were the founders of Wat Chalong. Among them, 2 monks who led the citizens of Chalong sub-district fighting against the Chinese rebellion in 1876, and with their knowledge of herbal medicine, helped to heal the injured. The most recent building on the grounds of Wat Chalong is 60 meters tall and called the Shedi. On its inside, the walls and ceilings are decorated with beautiful paintings illustrating the life of Buddha, as well as many donated golden statues. Is Is it beautiful? Absolutely. Is it peaceful? Not so much.
We're in Chalong at the moment, just visiting some temples. Behind me is some firecrackers going off. It's part of a ceremony because we've got New Year's in about 1 week's time. We just thought we'd come here and visit. We'll be here for New Year's as well, so we might come down and see what it's all about. But these buildings are amazing. It's amazing how much cooler in here it is. The temperature has dropped by like 10 degrees just because of the pure shape of the place. I really wish that I understood the writing at the bottom of each statue. There seems to be a very obvious thing that you're meant to do. Everyone comes along and they read it and they perform like a little ritual, but I can't join in. I'm not actually entirely sure how many levels to this temple there are, but I'm just gonna keep climbing these stairs. It's about 35, 36 degrees today, so it's not too bad, but the humidity is crazy. So it's nice to have a breeze.
That wasn't planned at all, was it?
No.
Now, one especially important factor of the Shedi temple is that at the very top is a shrine containing a bone fragment of Buddha himself, placed in a circular glass display so that worshippers and travelers can contemplate his life from all angles of the temple and then look out over the whole of Wat Chalong.
The really unfortunate thing, although it makes sense, but in order to show respect you have to take your shoes off before entering the temple, and the temple's made of concrete and it burns your feet a lot. So I want to have a look around, but I'm also trying to find the shade. Those are the firecrackers. And they just go off all day, every day, until New Year's. When you're at the temple, you have to have your knees and your shoulders covered. That's just out of respect, but if you don't have the appropriate clothes, they do give you a sarong or like a skirt type thing at the front.
Before heading back to the villa, we took a look around some of the markets for some photo shoot inspiration. Once we got back, myself, Shanti, Hannah and Brendan did a small photo shoot out on the road. Now for those of you who aren't models or photographers, this is how an improvised photo shoot might look. It seems kind of saucy, but what you can't hear is the photographer giving directions while Carla yells "Scooter" every time somebody comes down the road. So it's not as glamorous as it looks. But here's the result. Now admittedly for the photos, I used a white hair wax in my beard for a bit of difference. But the problem is I couldn't wash it out. So I've just ended up having to go to town with a white beard. Nice one, Jordan.
So what are we in? This is a grab? What is it called?
This is a grab.
And how much is it from where we are to Patong?
It's like $6 each.
$6 each.
$6 for half an hour ride.
And there's 4 of us and we got the whole band.
Oh yeah.
Kind of smells like fireworks in here.
That's so
Patong has a lot of street food night markets, the largest and most popular being the Ban Zan market. Ban Zan, coming from a Chinese dialect and meaning fresh food, was started in 2011 and since then has been the #1 place for locals and travellers to grab a bite to eat before going home or hitting town. And for us, it's the latter.
Yeah, I'm gonna get those kebabs, man.
Same.
100 baht.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so I've just got some money out of the ATM. I was going to go to a credit exchange place, and there's heaps of them everywhere. There's so many credit exchange places where you can change your dollars from home and turn them into baht. But I've been warned that they actually take a huge amount, and that it's actually better to take money out at an ATM. So I've decided to do that. I put $200 in my bank account at home, and I took out 2,000 baht. It's about 100 New Zealand dollars. So 1,000 is about 50. And the exchange rate that it cost me is 220 baht. But I would say, yeah, it's cheaper to convert money at an ATM than it is to go to an exchange place.
With some cash in hand, it was finally time to check out Phuket's world-famous nightlife, which is almost entirely situated on one street, Bangla Road. Also, apologies in advance, because from here on in, all of the footage I took has the most chaotic sound I've ever recorded. Turns out, every club on Bangla Road is competing to be the loudest club. Now, call me boring, but the idea of watching a stranger shoot various objects out of their orifices is probably just a step too far for me. But it is worth noting that besides the partying and drinking, that form of quote-unquote entertainment seems to be the main thing a lot of these tourists come here for, as well as various other, shall I say, intimate activities. But I've come here to spend time with my friends and learn about Thailand.
By the looks of it, the girls are wanting to go watch one of the ping pong shows.
Not today, Satan. In a bid to give our ears a rest from the full volume Justin Bieber playing outside, myself, Hannah and Mickey decided to duck into possibly the coolest arcade I've seen in my whole life. I also encountered my first ever overseas scam. Just so you know what's happening, basically what they don't tell you is that the bar you have to hold on to in order to win actually spins around after you've been on it for a while. It's pretty much impossible to hold on to. But hey, I guess I should have asked if the bar spins. Maybe that's on me.
That's totally cheating. That's such a good one.
So what do we think of the nightlife?
Fucking crazy, but it's pretty much.
I think it's creepy and
Yeah.
cool, and it's really hard to find a balance between creepy and cool.
And like you can't even go and dance anywhere
just want to
without alcohol.
dance. Just want to dance without buying a drink. Just want to have a dance. Just want to boogie.
Yeah, there's nowhere to dance.
We're very boring for our old age.
Boogie the night away. Just boogie.
I think it's fair though. I really want to have a dance without having to drink, but it's like they
Yeah.
pretty much kick you out if you don't buy a
Yeah,
drink.
they say sorry, you're out if you don't buy a drink.
They don't just say they don't say sorry at all.
Yeah.
They grab you by the wrist and they throw you out into the street.
At around 2 AM in the morning, things are starting to cool down on Bangla Road and we decide it's time to head home. It's true that the nightlife is crazy, and it's also true that if you don't buy alcohol, a lot of places will kick you out immediately. So we're a little bummed out that we didn't get to dance very much on account of us being sober.
Hacking for the price of transport is pretty much the same every single time, except in really crowded areas like town, because they don't have to take your money, because they'll definitely be able to trick the next person who comes along. But there are enough tuk-tuks that if you just keep going and keep at it, probably get a good price. Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe.
What we weren't expecting was that our tuk-tuk home would actually end up being the nightclub we were looking for.
Thing is emblems.
Does he play music for us?
Oh, we could ask.
Nick Minute.
Just a good, sober night in one of the most hectic, craziest cities I've ever been to at nighttime before in my life. It was just insane. Loud music and pole dances and fire dances and people trying to sell sex shows on every corner. The coolest video arcade I've ever been in. Jesus, I just want to spend all day at that video arcade, but just a good night. I think it's particularly enticing for, I love music, so that's cool. There's music in the street, you can go for a dance and stuff, but as a photographer, there's just so many opportunities at nighttime to get really great documentary style images because the city is so multicultural. There are so many clashes of different cultures in one place, and it's very exciting and exotic, and there's bright lights and loud music and just crazy things on every single corner. Everyone is trying to sell you something and everyone's complimenting you and touching you. It's very aggressive and very just like mentally stimulating constantly. Point where I just don't, there's really not any need to do drugs, although I'm sure lots of people do. There's obviously a large market for it. A lot of it is coming from Australia. Just you can tell when you're in the street. It's something that I've just found it's generally mostly Australians who are popping shit in the street or trying to sell you shit in the street. I don't know what that's about. A large Australian influence as well, obviously something to do with the market and how things get over here. A lot of the shops, a lot of the bars are called the Kangaroo or the Kangaroo No. 2, Australia Outback, Australia's Best, Dingo Joe's. There's a lot of Australian influence here. We're doing, obviously I'm here to do shoots and photo shoots and stuff, but I'd hardly want to come halfway around the world and not learn something about the culture as well. I feel like I learned a lot tonight. just by being in the thick of it, just by seeing the kind of underbelly of it. Or actually no, that's hardly the underbelly, it's kind of the lower chest area. I'm sure there's a far deeper underbelly that I've not ventured into. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now so I can wake up and do CrossFit. And just like that, the chaos of the day rolls into the night and I'm asleep again on my bunk bed. Next time on Adventure Thailand, we check out a floating village, explore some caves, and I get to kayak into the great unknown. Till then, take care, and cheers Thailand.